Welcome to it. Uh, we got a little cult going. Got Wolf Pizza Man and do a little thing. Uh, just say it. Um, I didn't get the cult uniform in time, so I'm just here representing Pizza Federation. Trust, uh, you know. But I'm still actually a part of the cult. Um, well, I only say pizza or it. That's my character. I'm the trash man. Damn. Why is that actually pretty good? I mean, it's still kind of. Uh,
Know your heart. Be
what is this?
My love.
This is one of the
Swiffer Power Mop has hundreds of strips. Scrub away sticky messes, even from grout lines.
From relieving roughness to soothing skin. And there's for it. And there's Aqua for
Club Penguin was great. It was a fun virtual world with wacky, goofy humor in it. And as I was part of the lead creative team on Club Penguin from 2005 to 2009, I had the privilege of having many of my ideas for what Club Penguin could be come to life. I also had the privilege of helping others have their creative ideas come to life. Almost everything.
So this guy actually works
Those 4 years
on Club
was something
Penguin.
that I wholeheartedly approved of. Almost everything. There were a few little things that entered Club Penguin against my wishes. People wanted them. I said no, and they happened anyway. So
this game actually started as like a
talk about
chat
5 of them.
thing.
Number 1, hair.
He didn't want hair.
I had to start with hair for this video. Anyone who worked closely with me in the early days of Club Penguin knew I had to start with this.
I don't like the hair ones either. I never put hair on my shit.
Looks weird.
It looks weird.
I don't even know why this is debatable. It just does. Hair was a frequent request from Club Penguin fans from the very beginning. As soon as they had the ability to put on a hat, they wanted a hair item to put on instead. And I said, no. They're birds.
They're birds.
Birds don't need hair.
Birds don't get
The
hair.
moment you put hair on a bird, it looks too much like a person. In my mind, hair humanizes
It doesn't even
penguins
look
too
like a
much. And since
human.
in
That's the
early
thing. It
days
doesn't
of
look more
Club
like a
Penguin,
human. It just looks
I was the one
less
making
like a
clothing
bird.
items. I got to say, no hair for you. After a year of avoiding the question of hair, in 2006 I made a clown costume that included the clown wig. If players wanted hair, there's your hair. You can wear the clown wig. Problem solved. Problem is not solved. Players kept asking insistently for hair, especially girls. We want hair! But then the hats wouldn't look right. You couldn't wear a hat and hair at the same time. They would crash into each other. It'd be weird. We want hair! Penguins don't have hair. Rockhopper has a beard. Fine. After 2 full years of weathering comments about people wanting hair on
Rockhopper has a
from
beard.
people both within
Come
the
on.
studio and
Come
out,
on. Because
I finally said,
Rockhopper has a
okay,
beard. What are you going to do? A pirate with no beard?
hair. But
How about
with
penguin with no hair?
conditions.
Oh.
Number 1, they would be called wigs. It would be clear that this wasn't growing from their head, that
I
this
love
was
it.
an unnatural thing added onto their head.
He
Number
doesn't
2,
want the
The
hair.
hair would look like wigs. They'd be a bit outlandish or silly or overly shiny. They would not look so much like regular hair. It would be clear these are wigs and not hair. Number 3, there would be a vote in the Penguin Times about whether or not the wigs stayed. I had hoped that once there were a few of these wigs out there,
I love how he was so reluctant about adding the
wigs were
hair.
hugely popular. Fans wanted more of them, and they gravitated to the ones that looked
He really
most
didn't
like
want hair.
real hair and not like shiny wigs. So I relented. Realistic hairstyles got added to Club Penguin in the Big Wigs catalog, including some inspired directly by hairstyles of people from the Club Penguin studio. I'll let you guess which ones those were. Was I wrong? To this day, I think the more realistic hair on penguins looked weird. But I will admit that characters like Cadence just would not have been the same without hair. And most importantly, the players generally loved it. So, what are you gonna do? Number 2, Solar Eclipse. For the first year of Club Penguin's existence, the world of Club Penguin was always in daylight. The bright blue sky color was baked into
Wait,
the
what was that?
background. But by Halloween 2006, some more artists had been hired who were really passionate about Halloween, and they wanted to turn the sky black. It just wouldn't be Halloween if it couldn't be nighttime, and we agreed. It sounded cool. So they went to work, changing all of the outdoor rooms from raster to vector to allow us to change the color of the sky, as well as save on bandwidth file size, which was a big deal in 2006 when some of our players were still using dial-up modems. However, night created a problem. How do we explain it? It's never been dark on Club Penguin before. We don't have a day-night cycle. One of our writers had a solution: an eclipse. Sunlight would be blocked out for Halloween by the moon. It's perfect.
Okay,
Unless
listen.
you happen to have a childhood obsession about astronomy.
What is the deal
Astronomically
to where you can't even tell people it's Halloween, so it's night? So you gotta say it's an eclipse.
Here we were suggesting an eclipse could last for 5 days. Unthinkable. Impossible. Must be another solution.
Make it nighttime.
Lane, Billy Bob, said something along the lines of, "It doesn't matter. That's just how eclipses work in Club Penguin."
That's just how eclipses work in Club Penguin.
That's that.
How about how nighttime works in Club Penguin?
So, was I wrong?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't wrong about the actual science of how eclipses worked in the real world, but Billy Bob was absolutely right that players didn't care. All they really cared about was that it was dark and sufficiently gloomy and spooky for Halloween. And
It's an eclipse.
learned a valuable lesson from this.
That's so stupid. That is so stupid. It's not Halloween. It's not nighttime. It's not nighttime because it's Halloween. It's an eclipse.
Penguin World, eclipse, lasts for a week, and that was fine. Number 3, the human voice. Along with being a creative lead on Club Penguin in its early years, I was also able to work on Club Penguin's music and its sound design. That's an alien space one. That's my
No,
lunch, and that's
brethren.
But thanks to Diet Oxyboost, so I can never have the most powerful clean in any universe. I like ketchup, just not that much. This is going viral. You know what should go viral? The fact that Kelly Blue Book. Limited sound design. There was always this question, though. What should Club Penguin sound like? Well, one of the early rules that I adopted for sound design on Club Penguin was no human voices. It kind of followed the same logic as hair. I did not want to humanize the world too much, and I felt that having human voices in the world just made it seem a little bit too close to our reality. Now, It's true, early Club Penguin predecessors did contain the human voice. But in my mind, actual Club Penguin did not contain the human voice. The only time I ever added anything close to my own voice in Club Penguin was whistling in one of Club Penguin's songs that I composed.
I can like see the vision now with this fucking guy. I don't like it, but I like it.
Presented in surround subtitles with no voices.
I don't like it, but I get it.
After leaving Club Penguin's creative team, Club Penguin started to really relax on this guideline. There started to be pop songs in the world. There were even cutscenes where the director of Elite Penguin Force revealed herself and spoke in the game. So, was I wrong? If Club Penguin had kept itself
I love that emote.
To be honest, the way voices were implemented in Club Penguin were pretty tasteful as far as I can tell. And part of the reason for the no voice rule on Club Penguin is actually technological limitations. Remember what I said before about dial-up photos and download speed and stuff? Well,
Oh, pizza.
is a big file size bandwidth suck. And as technology improved, and as they found good places to use voices in Club Penguin, they used them.
Watch this.
They were fine. It still wasn't something I really wanted in the game, but I ended up not having a strong opinion about it. Number 4, Herbert P. Bear.
Herbert P. Bear. Yeah, I don't fucking blame you, dude. Get that dude out of the game.
Bear Esquire to the Club Penguin universe.
Go acquire a fucking Esquire.
Yeah, I was actually against that one. But here's my reasoning. Club Penguin was safe and fun. It was an escape from the challenges and perils of the world. And one of the escapes that we built in was the form of secret agents. And the secret agents went on missions. And those missions were fun. But we encountered a problem. Mission number 1, find a lost couple. Mission number 2, wilderness survival. By the time mission number 3 hit, though, the developer of the missions came to the creative team and said, it's already getting kind of tough coming up with obstacles to put in the Penguin's way without some sort of mastermind villain of some kind behind them. To which I said, we don't need a villain. Club Penguin is safe and fun and huggy. Why would we add a villain? But
I love this dude, yo.
we could get a villain into Club Penguin without ruining the fun. And he kept brainstorming some ideas before landing on this. 3 polar bears, a boss bear, a skinny vegetarian henchman bear, and a big stupid one that would lift heavy objects and be endearing and lovable. Now, this was seen by some
Herbert P. Bear. Get him out of the game.
Squishing all the best attributes into one bear with a compromise in
Yeah.
take all the best attributes, put it into a single bear, but also give him a lovable sidekick. However, I personally still had concerns about adding a villain to the world. So, partially as a build-up of mystery and a little bit to appease me, the story was developed where the villain of the missions wouldn't be revealed until mission number 5. You see, in mission number 3, the only evidence that we have of the villain was white fur. This allowed us an escape route. If players really didn't want a villain in their world, you could use mission number 4 to say that everything was a misunderstanding and that it was actually a white couple that was to blame. White couples hadn't been seen yet, so this would be perfect. As you probably guessed, players wanted a villain. They loved the idea of a villain. So we gave a sneak shadowy peek of the villain in mission number 4, with a full reveal of Herbert P. Bear Esquire in mission number 5. Was I wrong? And I was so wrong about that. I was the wrongliest. Herbert became one one of my favorite characters, me not wanting villains was way off, and it did eventually lead the way to some other memorable quotes in Club Penguin as well. Number 5, member minigame levels. Okay, this is not one a little delicate to talk about. There was an update in 2010 where mini games that had levels to them were suddenly gated. You couldn't play all the levels of the mini games anymore. You could only play up to some of the levels as a non-member, and if you need membership, you could play the rest of it. Mini games were getting this massive overhaul with achievements. And finally, the crazy stuff that you managed to accomplish in mini games would be recorded for all to see. That was cool. But it came with the controversial change of putting some parts of previously fully available mini games
One thing that I just
behind this membership wall.
don't really like about the game so much is that it
it
became very Club Penguin-y. You know what I mean? It became very, very Club Penguin-y. And it's not so much that I don't like the aesthetic of it. It's just that the original concept is so, like, pure that adding too much of anything to this is, like, crazy to me. Basically, like, what I'm saying is that it's penguins, right? For some reason. It doesn't have to be penguins. The concept is you're this thing and you're moving around and that's it. And you say stuff, right? As opposed to other social media where it's like the discovery system works differently. I think all social media should be like this in a way. Like, there should be some sort of, like, realm or some kind of, just place to discover other people. And, like, have an avatar. That's why I like the idea of, like, the metaverse to an extent. To the extent that it actually is like a makes sense. Yeah, I forgot about this video.
Jumptron.
Black Friday approaches, and that means one thing.
I'll get triple just to get you the more gift.
Crappy video games. Oh, you got me Monopoly this year for the Nintendo 64? Well, this would have been great back in 1864. You know, when it was impressive just from being 35. We all got games like this. You know the ones, bottom of the bin, and literally bottom of the bin at the grocery store. But in this category, one genre reigns supreme. The plug-and-play games. You know, one of these. Why buy your loved ones a $50 SpongeBob game for their Wii in which you have to, put the disc in, then
No one is in the fucking coffee shop.
into the TV, and then you gotta maybe switch it on, and who knows what else from there. Like for $20, you can get them the magical device that plugs right into their TV.
I want to block this guy.
And it's also a toy of SpongeBob's face. That's like what? It's like 18 toys in one. Now, plug-and-play games have been around for decades, but their true rise to popularity began in the early 2000s, led by a company called Jakks Pacific. Remember, this was before downloadable content and virtual console releases were widespread.
Broke character a little bit there.
Ports of NES games. So at the time, it made sense. Of course,
video games in this one small box that looks like a tiny version of the bigger box it used to be in? Well, sign me and the rest of America up. We got a couple of years for a housing crisis. Let's have some fun. So basically, what started as an innocent way to port some classic video games in a novel way spiraled into a massive.
When I say this shit is perfect,
These things were
Come,
everywhere.
like-
Look at the ones I have. These two are both classic Namco games. Pretty cool. Standard stuff. There's a lot of these in the
you know what I mean? It's like I feel like you can't make this shit anymore.
You could, back off a bit. You know the saying, a watched man never plays. A lot of these are just a penis. This one is Spider-Man's penis. Bombs away. This one is Fantastic Four's creepy doll.
See, I get it.
Okay, is this good? Is this bad? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I kind of have to do this. Oh my goodness, that's a bit barbaric, isn't it? Poor bastard. Weird, gross, ew. That's the Shrek one. This one is my personal favorite. Spider-Man points at you.
How many times did I fucking watch this
You
shit?
can't make that up. That's
Oh my god, a disgusting amount of times. At least 50. At least 50. Like. Why did this show up in my fucking recommended?
Mr. Clean.
VTech has been at the forefront of the edutainment industry for decades, and when you look back at their history, it's pretty easy to see why. The groundbreaking release of the VTech Talking Whiz Kid back in 1986 was so forward-thinking that they were teaching computer literacy
This
to
guy's
kids
still
during a time
talking.
when home computers were a luxury. They picked up the
This is what the cult is
demystifying
for.
technology and teaching how valuable and exciting of a learning tool it could be well into
I'm just saying, like, it
Okay,
became very
why am I-
penguiny, and it became very focused on that aspect of it so much, that it kind of strayed from the concept of just being like a social thing.
Okay, why am I going through this right now? Hey, listen, lady, we're in 2022.
But the good
and
thing
I
about that is that the social aspect is the
have a
predominant
Wii
aspect of it
remote
now.
with Wii Motion Plus inside. Oh yes, I need to watch this one.
In 2025 with the demographic that plays it now. Like, I don't feel like the
Yes, I do
demographic
that.
is really, in a way, meant to be kids.
Yes.
Like, I kind of like the idea of it just being penguins
Okay.
in
Then
like
what
a white
happens if it's
void
still having problems?
that like don't have any like purpose. Because then
Pretty sure
the
next
focus
step
is
banging
the
on
socialization.
desk
The
and
focus
snap it in
is
half. Where's Beef
like the
Boss?
really old internet feel of it, and it's not so much this like, you know what I mean? Like the building is like curvy and shit. Like it's very
Apparently, this
cartoonish.
is the first time Wii Sports Resort has ever been played on
But the
my
penguin design
homebrewed
itself
Wii.
is so
And I'm playing
ubiquitous.
Wii Sports Resort on my homebrewed Wii because
But
I'm
this is
trying
not.
out modded Wii
Like, if you
Sports
look at the actual
Resort.
penguin,
So it's called Wii Sports
this looks
Resort
so out of
Storm
place compared to
Island,
that.
and it is a massive
Not just because it's a 3D
mod
model,
for Wii Sports
or like
Resort
pseudo
that
3D or
covers
whatever
pretty much every
fucking,
sport.
however this was
There's
made.
so many options and settings to
It's
choose
3D,
from.
right?
And today I think I'm gonna do golf.
But also
I
just because
think
it's
I needed to do that tutorial and everything.
Not
Like
even
that
remotely
intro
the
for
same
first time playing
style,
it in order to get it to work.
which makes
Now
sense
that
because
that's
these are the
done,
avatars and this
it
is the
counts on.
environment that they walk
There
around in.
we
But when you
go.
notice
Yeah,
that,
now it works. Okay,
the
here we
avatars
are.
are so
Wii Sports
separate from
Resort,
the actual environment that they
Storm
exist in, there's like no,
Number of holes.
there's
I
no
have 3, so we'll go with 3.
unseeing it.
SpongeBob music?
Because I just noticed that and I'm like, well, why would it?
Sounds like SpongeBob. Seems
You know
like
what I
a
mean?
nice day on the golf course, right? Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. But here's where it gets
This dude's
different.
golfing
We're
in
golfing
510
a
mile an hour winds in Wii
510
Sports.
mile per hour wind. And apparently it's coming right at us. So I'm very curious to see what even happens when we hit the ball. In a surprise to probably no one, it veers very far left. Okay, so we just gotta play this win.
It's actually playable.
A think maybe over here we'll be safe.
510-mile-an-hour winds are even possible on Earth.
Actually, I think we're gonna be safe. Aww. That was a good shot, but we'll see if we can.
Oh, it just it just goes.
We are only moving maybe 10 feet at a time. I definitely think that. Stop rolling, please. It's gonna roll backwards. Oh, we're out of bounds anyway. I'm gonna swing that way. The damn boomerang. It didn't move.
All right.
Subway. How?
When I
Yeah, nobody falls for that dummy.
Team 4 lifers picking Nike and Google, and he's here with us today. Nike has been struggling here. A good bit. That has been a lot.
Oh, this now.
Thanks, John. Sorry about that. Went a little nuts. I didn't say anything stupid, did I?
Doing this equation. You and divide it. Yeah, nobody falls for that dummy.
Yeah, no, nobody followed for that, dummy.
This is like, you know,
I'm breaking my brain right now.
yeah, well, this is the frame rate.
Oh, yo, chat, should we make a beat? I'm gonna try to make a beat. Y'all. What do you gotta do? Add this. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh. Hey. Hey. Okay, then, chat. I gotta add like a clap, though. I need some clap, though. This be already fire, chat. Put a top, baby. I put a lot of time in this beat. Just let me know, be honest and tell me if the beat is good or bad. Y'all ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, yo, chat, should we make a beat?
I don't know, man. What is this?
God, should we try this? Yeah, should we try this? Should cancel each other out?
It'll cancel each other out.
Death Wish! Oh, yeah, that's a...
Which hobby makes a guy undateable?
Pokemon.
I genuinely do not mean to make a few friends. Ignore that. But I genuinely
I do know. You know.
No, you.
How does it know I like Club Penguin so much? I didn't even watch any Club Penguin videos. It just started recommending the whole category. I can see why this shut down. Next time he jumps in, I got a real bar for him. It's an analog horror series. The fake VHS effect over it kind of takes me out of it a little bit. Not that hard just to not put the VHS filter. It's a fucking... Unless it's a joke, but it doesn't look like a joke. Because the rest of it is so good. That's pretty good.
spicy.
You know how I know it wasn't time to shut down Club Penguin? Because when it did, how it shut down with 1 billion people on it. It's actually so fucking sad. That beats the Mega Very Pizza.
Infinite Craft is a game where you combine 2 words to create literally anything and everything. The possibilities are endless. You basic elements, combine them, and AI does its best to give you a result. And you go from there. But now I want to make a challenge for myself. I asked you guys to give me words, and I randomly selected. And now I need to basically concoct these words from scratch. But for the sake of your guys' eyes, we are going dark mode for this. Because I'm going to be here for hours trying to get these words. So our words are Galaxy, Peter Griffin, Hydraulic Press, Taylor Swift, Wordle, Enigma, Club Penguin, Fortnite, Kevin Hart, Michael B. Jordan. And if I get all of those completed, I'm going to go for the word Suda, my name, which will be very hard. That's a bonus at the end if I even make it there. So we have 10 words. We only have a few here, so we have to start combining.
Not watching that.
In New Super Mario Bros., almost every song features one particular sound. But who actually sang those notes? It's an interesting mystery. In Wii Sports Resort, or the demonic message in the music to one of Nintendo's DS games. Today, I want to solve some Nintendo...
Went right to the DS one. Donkey Kong Country.
Wait, let's go with the bell one.
Sometimes it takes
Number 7. Next up, let's talk about New Super Mario Bros. All 4 New Super Mario Bros. Titles feature a very distinctive sound within their soundtracks, the pa or ba sound effect. Every time this sound plays, enemies will dance around or jump. It's a fun way of making the game feel more playful. But what exactly is this iconic sound? Where does this strange singing voice come from? Well, to uncover that mystery, we first need to track the sound down to its very first appearance within a Nintendo game. Because while everyone associates the pa with the New Super Mario Bros. Games, some viewers might have already realized that it made its debut years earlier in Super Mario 64.
No way.
Listen to the jingle that plays when you enter a painting. And so where did Super Mario 64 get the sound effect from? Well, the game's soundtrack was written entirely by Koji Kondo, And around the N64 era, Kondo began experimenting with sample packs. In other words, CDs full of unique and interesting instruments and noises from around the world. One of those CDs was called Best Service Voice Spectral Volume 1, which is full of unique voice-based sounds.
Maybe it's
Sounds like these. And take a listen to track 53 of that CD. Sounds pretty familiar, right?
no
Koji
way.
Kondo heard this pa sound and liked enough to use it within the soundtrack of Mario 64.
But there's no way you're gonna be able to find out who actually that is.
Then, a few years later, he was the one who composed the ground theme for New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. And when he wrote that piece of music, he reused the vocal sample from Mario 64. And the rest was history. Number 8. And let's finish by talking about Super Mario Maker 2. Now, the game's online functions are enveloped within what's known as Course World. And Course World has its own musical theme, which sounds like this. Now, if you've played a lot of Super Mario World, then there's a chance this theme might sound familiar. And that's because the Course World melody is identical to the theme from Mario World's Special World. It's even in the same key. What a neat little homage to a classic Mario piece of music in a game which is full of homages to Mario's history. But there's more. The Course World music is actually adaptive. It changes based on what menu you're looking at. If you select Network Play, you get this funky, upbeat version of the Special World theme instead. But here's the thing. If you select any other menu, you get a different version of the Course World theme. This time, it's browsing for courses and never know about the reference to Super Mario World. It's so easy to miss. But that goes for pretty much every secret and Easter egg I've talked about in this video. They're super subtle, so easy to miss. But that means that when you do spot something hidden in the music, some reference to an old game or reused melody from the past, you get a rush of satisfaction. It's so obvious how much love Nintendo pours into their music. No one does video game music quite like Nintendo. And there we have it. Those are 8 of my favorite Nintendo music Easter eggs and secrets. If you have any that I didn't talk about that you think I should have included in this video, then let me know in the comments below, because I can definitely make another one of these videos in the future, including various people's suggestions. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and while I have you here, just before you go, I want to quickly talk
The
about
Supreme Court hearing on the TikTok ban has just finished.
yeah,
and
you probably
here's a
know the drill by
complete
now, but
breakdown of
I've
it.
actually recently relaunched my Patreon page with a new $5 tier, which gets you access to a monthly bonus video where I talk about all of my personal opinions about games I like, and it's kind of more free and unscripted than a regular video. I have the ebook options, and you also enjoy them. You also get access, when you join my Patreon page, to my Patreon feed, where I give updates on videos, and also how the channel's going in general. You know, if there's delays, then I'll let you know about it and keep you informed. Plus, we have access to my Patreon-only Discord server, where other Thomas Gamelox fans can chat about Nintendo games and other stuff in general. It's been really fun. So, if you want to help financially support this channel and help keep Thomas Gamelox going into the future, then this Patreon page is a great way to do that. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!
It's the biggest. Okay, we can bring right back. We have a slight axolotl to our southwest. It looks Norwegian.
What?
Like,
Those are clouds.
Hemisphere south, we have a slight leaf, so it's like tropical. Here, like Indo. Pole, is that French? Pole top
That's a
of the-
French pole.
Oh, it's the Eastern Romanian. I think. Yes.
Oh, it's Eastern Romanian, obviously. You know the telephone poles in Eastern Romania. Very distinct appearance.
Sure, it's Shadow the Leaf, probably. Yes. Nice.
Got it to like
It's like lock in. Ooh, it's literally just a
fucking city, dude.
This is not good. Nigeria. Dude, I told myself, like, I don't want to upload that because I can't. There's nothing I can do to ever be able to explain that. Oh no, not. Please don't get this right. Please don't. Okay, it's the gradient of it's the cynical gradient, bro. No, like I did that as a joke. I did it as a joke. This is literally just blue. Lock in. I'm going Mexico in this. I think it might be Southern Hemisphere, but
What is his thought process?
stop defending me. This is probably the most fun one for me to play in this map. But like when things like that Mexico guess happen, it's not skill. Maybe I get lucky more than like the average person or something, or like there's please Lord no. No, it's not. It's not. Okay. No, this is not Mexico. This is South Africa. Victoria.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, okay. This is a blur. Like guys, I know it's Qatar. Don't worry. You can see the concrete too. Okay. Leafs. Are these Indian leafs or surely, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Leaves is
Going like Colo.
like obviously. I should get on some do some fucking GeoGuessr on this shit.
Are we looking at?
But then they Disneyed it again.
It says urine on it. That's kind of interesting. All right, we have a couple options here. This
I
could
don't
be
know.
Big
I
Brother
feel like
and Antarctica.
there needs to be a word for when you make something that
So it could be
is so ubiquitous and like
or it could be
useful, like a paid thing.
McMurdo Station.
Like
I'm gonna go with McMurdo Station. I don't think it's on the road because the road
enslaved it.
the road.
that's what it really is.
Looking at maps in the north, maybe we're like down here.
Like imagine like
Crazy guess, though.
if they had like calculators, right? And then they were like
Okay, that's just misplaced. Where is it actually? It's not in the water. Or is it just like not mapped correctly? I'm confused. Does someone know? I mean, I'll take it. That's Polish.
and then like
I don't
someone
think there's hills in the back.
like 30 years after they invent calculators, it's like it shows up on the display that like you gotta mail
That
in.
was pretty cool. Yeah, it's literally just a massive blur.
You gotta mail in a fucking check to Texas Instruments.
Like sometimes like you can't explain things like that. You just have to like that's gonna get clipped out of context and I'll probably get called a cheater like at least 1,000 times in the comments somewhere.
He's like, I can't explain this.
And I don't blame you. I'll take that, dude. Honestly, top of like some crop. I guess you could go Tocantins or just go Central Java. But look at the top of the plant, so we get like over here in Brazil. Top of trees again. Oh my god. Frick, that's such a ooh. We're heading like wait, is this South Korean sidewalk or like a crosswalk? Yeah, nice. Okay. Red light, strike curb, Tunisia, UAE. Makes sense. Tunis. I think it could be UAE. No, it shouldn't be UAE. I think this is good. Yeah. Because there's a light outer
It's
line.
just interesting, like how does a human develop this
Philippines or Indonesia, is that Indo?
this skill?
Is there ever a
Like
flag?
because evolution exists, right? Like
Wait, we're chilling.
what does his
Botswana. There's like a tower here. Is it like South Africa? I feel like I've seen that.
for some reason I don't know. I'm just thinking though, like this guy's got to be an alien, right? Like, there's no way that
It's Belgium.
this dude is just like his ancestors, like DNA, fucking aligned for this shit. You know what I mean? Like all of the decisions in the world led to that guy being able to figure out where the fuck a picture was taken in the world based on the image of the sky. And like certain characteristics based on what he knows about how those pictures are taken. Like even though he was using the information, he knows about the cameras that they use to take the pictures. That's crazy. Oh, so it's like he's applying. It's about which data set he's applying. So he's picking up on the image. And then he's like, okay, which reference point am I using? That's actually dope.
Okay, we can bring it back. I unironically could tell that was Belgium. How did my brain do that? I'm not even kidding. I actually could tell for some reason.
Bro, he doesn't even
that was
know
Belgium.
though. That's the thing.
So
He
we can
doesn't know.
select the image. Wait, should I do this or should I play it like deep fried? Wait, I'll play. Wait, no, this is fire. I still feel like this could be a little too easy, but we'll give it a shot. Just Brazil, pretty free. 2, it looks like. Is this ever like up here on these islands? Sure. Chile. Northern Cambodia. And northern Chile. Yeah, that was kind of free. Alright, we'll do one more. Oh, nope. This is up here in Darwin. Near Darwin. Norway. Let's see too. This is too easy. Northern Chile again.
He saw a picture of the road somewhere, and he was like, "That's Lesotho." And then he was like, "This is too easy." I'm like, "Bro, you saw a pixelated image of a road somewhere, and you knew it was Lesotho, or Lesotho. However you say that, Lesotho. What he said." He's very humble, but what he's doing is actually
Yeah, I think that's too easy.
such a mind fuck.
If I still got the blur in me. If I just get one right here, I'll be happy. Well, like in Asia. I don't think it's Thailand, but maybe like Indo or Philly. I'll go Philly. Wow. Japan. Wait, this could be a good score. You can see the rock wall on the side here. Like this is so Japanese. That's Brazil. That's like southern Brazil. Nice. Okay. I'll play again. Not even meaning to farm clips. I'm just kind of having fun here. Like this up here in Russia. Wow. Japan. Didn't get Japan vibes in that.
I would do like an Eastern Siberia one for this guy. Like you should do a fucking like.
Somewhere Europe.
You should do some shit like
Looks
that.
like it could be Polish. Wow. That makes sense. That was definitely the US, like Tennessee or something. Wow. Okay. We kind of still got it. You know, it's like riding a bike, you know?